New wildfire season now. The Cram Fire northeast of Madras now sitting at nearly 96,000 acres. Containment still at around 73%. And while evacuation orders helped get people away from the fire, KVAL's Gold Meadows spoke with the Department of Environmental Quality, which says it's the smoke that can be harder to escape.
The Cram Fire's containment has created optimism for getting the flames under control, but those in and around Jefferson County will still have to deal with the smoke.
There were not full red days so far, which is really fortunate for us, but we have been watching the Cram Fire closely because it's a very large fire. It's going to be putting out smoke for a while.
The Department of Environmental Quality measures air quality index ranging from green to red, with red being the worst, but no full day has stayed in the red during this fire, and this week conditions have improved. Now, that smoke from the Cram Fire has caused concern among relatives of inmates at the Deer Ridge Correctional Institute in Madras. The prison is surrounded by the evacuation zones, but it's not part of the zones. So when Level 3 evacuations occurred around the prison on July 16th, prisoners stayed put.
They couldn't see the other side of the yard, and there was no restrictions on their movements. Every single time that the inmates go to chow, which is 3 times a day, they have to exit the dorm, walk across the yard, and go to the chow hall. Every single time an inmate has to get medication on Medline, not only do they have to exit the dorm to go to the Medline, but they have to stand outside to obtain those medications.
The Oregon Department of Corrections says it doesn't identify evacuation zones. That job belongs to the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office with the help of the State Fire Marshal's Office. The DOC says it has extensive emergency plans in place, including for air quality and evacuations, but evacuations are uncommon. That's because they have to consider security risks like escapes, medical needs of inmates, transportation routes, and the potential for being ambushed. And with an evacuation, there needs to be a location ready to receive its 1,025 inmates. The DOC says it did implement air scrubbers in the prison, triaged medically fragile inmates on and off site as needed, and monitored air quality inside the prison.
Wildfire smoke can be really serious, and in terms of how dangerous, the question is usually about exposure. Smoke can really harm your health, and so when those advisories are in place for certain areas, we just strongly recommend that you follow them.
DEQ says it has been working closely with the Oregon Health Authority and counties to keep communities informed on smoke conditions around the fire. In Madras, I'm Gold Meadows.
Now, DEQ says it's especially important during summer months when wildfires are prevalent to keep an eye out for air quality advisories and avoid being outside when it is unsafe. Updates can be found on a smartphone weather app or OregonSmoke.org.